there's still some glitches and bugs. The recording went out. There's still some glitches and bugs for CS2, but yeah, no, it is what it is, you know. So, uh, I like the game though. I like the game, but it's frustrating. Um, but yeah, thank you for y'all's support for that and everything. Um, we're going to go over the ivvega DSP stream now. We're going to go over the ivvega DSP stream. There is a Yankee video I wanted to go over too, and some other stuff. But I know I'm surprised people haven't come out and asked me, you know, where's the streams on ivvega, because I used to do a lot of those, I used to do a lot of those streams on DSP. I just haven't had the motivation or the fucking perspective to want to do it. And I feel like if I'm not in on something, or I'm not in on what I do, it just doesn't, there's no point. Because I don't feel like I can really make it really good. You know, and it ain't gonna be really interesting. I just haven't had the motivation. You know? And with the ivvega streams, you kinda have to be participating in it to really find it entertaining. You know, you kind of have to be into it and try to go along with it, make it in. You kind of have to understand. He has a different type of stream, or a different type of content creation that he does. It's not like other YouTubers. So you kind of have to be into what he does to really get it and understand it. Especially all the humor and the shit he does. He's one of those dry humor YouTubers. Like, he has a lot of stuff in there that's like, it's hard for some people to get if you're not really. I'd say he's more of a type of creator that appeals to like an old, like an all-around audience, but an older audience at that. Like, you know, a group of people that kind of can get his perspective about what he does and things he says. Like, it's not for some. His type of content is not for a lot of people. They don't really get it. What I'm trying to say is you kind of have to be all into something, all into his shit to really understand it. Like, and there are times when I watch him, and I'll watch him do Phil, and I get bored watching DSP because he's boring sometimes when it comes to gameplay. Okay, so like, yeah, but it's like, you kind of have to go along with what he does to make it interesting and funny, you know, and that's what I do, and that's what some people like it. I be funny and interesting and unique, you know. I take play it up, I guess you could say, for people, and they like it. They like me kind of, you know, being funny by being over dramatic or a certain way, you know. I guess you could say kind of like an alter ego, where it's kind of like, okay, you know, this, but yeah, I just really haven't been in that type of mood, really, you know, when it comes to it. I haven't, you know, and I feel like if I gotta do something, I want to put all the time I have into it and make it good. And I really want to get into something, but I can't get into stuff when I'm just not into that. And lately I haven't. Like I really do enjoy doing. I really do enjoy talking about and discussing and making videos on the ivvega DSP streams. Like I do, I find them entertaining and interesting, and I like it. And I'm a big fan of his. I'm a big fan of ivvega. He's a big inspiration to me as a YouTuber. I really like him. I've learned a lot of things by watching him, like how to boost audio to make it louder. But it's just, it's. I'm trying to say it's just. I don't know. You kind of gotta have the specific mindset or perspective of ivvega streams, of the way that he does content, because he's just that nonchalant, I don't give a shit YouTuber who has like that dry humor mentality, and that's not for some people, And that's why I say, like, you kind of have to be in on what he does to understand it, and some people understand his content more than others. I don't know, I guess I'm one of the very few people that can take that and work with it and use it and go along with it and make it the way it is, because I understand it. One of the very few people that can break down his streams and I can make it in a way that's interesting and entertaining. I don't know. But, it's like, okay, but I just feel like that you kind of have to be into... You have to be into following along with what he does, or making a video, or like a reaction video, or response video, or doing content on his stuff to really get it. But you kind of have to be able to understand how he does, like how I understand how his content is. And I don't think some people follow him, which is why he's actually one of those smaller channels. But I think I do. I think that you kind of have to have a perspective of, how does this work? No, if you're not really into watching him, if you're not really all into watching him, a lot of the things he does, some people won't get. And he has a specific type of audience. He has a specific type of group of people and audience that watches him. For what he does compared to the YouTubers. He has a specific style of content in the way he goes about stuff, and it's not like other creators. I think you kind of have to be paying attention or into the stuff he does, because it's very different, Because if you don't follow and pay attention to chat and follow along with what they do, you will get left behind and not understand. Like, they talk about, like, okay, when it comes to, right, like, Vega's one of those old school YouTubers, that talks about, like, stuff that has, like, happened in the past and stuff, right, One Piece and all that, Full Metal Alchemist, a lot of other stuff like that, like Death Note, a lot of classic anime and stuff, old TV shows. Yeah, like, he's definitely, he's different. Okay, when it comes to it, right? So it's just, you don't find those YouTubers very often anymore, or not like him. I say the closest he's compared to is Rags, but now I don't even know, right? But it's just, it's just, I mean, that's kind of like how it goes. But he has ivvega's content is sort of hard for the average person to listen to or understand, because they might not have grown up, they might not have known what that was like, or what that time was, or that era. He's a different type of creator. And sometimes some people can't follow him because they don't really understand what he's saying. So, like, yeah. That's probably the best I can explain it with his content. But you kind of have to be into his. You have to be paying attention into his stuff. You have to follow his streams. You have to watch him. You have to know where he's coming across. You have to kind of be into his stuff to understand to get the bait, to get the funny, to get the joke and the humor and the perspective behind it that makes it what it is. You kind of have to be into having that type of perspective. I guess you could say his streams, his content is a little crazy sometimes, different. So, like, I don't know. You have to have, like, a very open mindset to understand his stuff. But yeah, I'm one of the very few people, I guess, that can follow along with his stuff. There are a lot of people that don't get his stuff, and that's why he's small. And he only has a certain demographic and audience that he appeals specifically to watch him, and they're different. So yeah. Not the difference bad, but I'm just saying. But let's see. Let me find it.
But regardless, I'm going to start streaming. I gotta keep it going. I have to constantly keep it the fuck going.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
And Snort Hogan's screaming at me. Ah! We'll wait for coffee break to end.
Alright.
Oh, it's already done. Well, fuck me. Get the munchies. I was meaning what character on the screen was. It's supposed to be Vivi, because my old icon used to be Vivi that one of my friends did. But then Darksea DePhil took mine and I kind of gave him the inspiration for it. So I was like, just give him like a beard, some glasses, and make him look like he's unenthused watching something on his cauldron. The kettle right next to it is a different story due to the fact that it's a creation of my own. Even though it's not. But, let's snort. Oh my god, look at this. Not only that, but I also have, and any single time that Phil will say things, and they make no fucking sense at all, but he proclaims that, busting this myth, a scientific myth, call about. Myth busted. I have that, but also, weird transition time. I don't know why I made that. I was at the
Looney Tunes. See, he's just a different type of YouTuber.
damn store, and then all of a sudden I was thinking, when Phil said get fucked, and how he looks like...
Oh god, that's a classic. Alright, I'll be right back. think it's going to be okay. I mean, I think, but that'll be okay.
A Looney Tune character by the way he acts on stream?
Yeah.
I might as well just make it to like a Looney Tunes bit, and it actually worked. Surprisingly worked. Cup of tea does sound good. Now, Rob High Mushroom. It's always good to make people sleep. And also to make people calm and relax. Ah! Have you seen the anime I've heard of I've heard about that anime. I've seen the out of context clips that YouTube has provided. Same thing with Twitter. Twitter has that account too. But anyways, let's just get everything set up. We gotta put down the tips goal. We always gotta put down that this is a tips goal, by the way. Why? Because it's fucking dumb. Ah! Mountain Dew. Well, I have my water, I have my nuts, I have my smelling salts. Why I have smelling salts? Because sometimes I don't sleep much and I need something to keep myself awake. But good morning, Brightside Dylan, and also Dutch, Switch Gaming, Reem, Ghost McFried, Dutch, Reem. I already said Reem.
Same. I don't do that either.
Good morning, good evening. Hope everyone loves streaming. Reach for the stars and don't ever be like Phil. That's all I gotta say for that. But we're gonna continue. This is like stuff that happened over the past 2 days. When he came back and last night. I missed out some things last night. But that's why I'm around to stream. Also, I got Cool Ranch jalapeno Doritos dip. Why? I don't know. And a 2-liter Mountain Dew. Again, why? Fuck, beats the fuck out of me.
Then, on Wednesday night, we performed a very interesting experiment, and I'm very happy.
He calls it an experiment, but it's really not an experiment. It really, really isn't. Okay, so last time I did a shout out.
HB's lost his damn mind. Jeff, FGC PC Conspiracy, Street Fighter 6 code, bro.
To Atlas the Bookkeeper. He covered this video really well. He covered the points that Phil made really fucking well. And that's why I want him to get 1,000 subscribers. So, where is he at now? Just so I can look, so I can get prepared. Alright. Okay. Well, I got me some good old-fashioned awakeness salt, so I can get that ready. Let's see. Where is this guy at? Atlas the Bookkeeper. Oh, he's at 913. You know what? Hang on. Let's get him up. Let's boost him up. Here. Let's boost him up to 1,000. That's actually my main goal, is to get him boosted up to 1,000. Wait, do I have anything of Street Fighter? I don't have anything of Street Fighter. Wait, why is it unavailable? Fuck me. Give me 1 minute. I thought I had a video already prepared. I'm going to keep Jenny away for a bit. Yeah, I thought I had a video around that. Hang on. Whew. Fuck me. Oh, I didn't even fucking save it. Ah!
I hate when that happens.
That's why. Okay, let's fix that really quick. Well, my dumbass put it in the wrong folder. Fuck me.
You make me angry, Phil!
I thought I had the video and then I lost it. And then when I don't have the video, oh hey, it's somewhere. Oh yeah, please subscribe to that guy. That guy's really good. Alright, so... Okay, I have everything ready. Alright. Sorry, I had to get everything set up for it, but I have it ready now. Let's go. Oh, let's see. How many people? Let's get him up a little bit more. Okay, 917. So he is 83 away. Let's get him to 1,000, boyos.
Ah!
And ladies and gents, let's get started.
Very happy that we did this because this is something that I was dying to find out just through some data. And I'm absolutely
Data that's illegitimate.
glad that
Did you blame Phil for not saving a file for it, which more or less was your own damn fault? Nah. Didn't blame Phil at all. Honestly, if I didn't save, it's my fault. If I forget something, it's my fault. Not gonna blame Phil for that.
people helped me out to track
But then again, it's like if I get cancer, I hope Phil's gonna get blamed for that.
this data and figure this out. So what am I talking about? Well, Wednesday night, if you remember, I played Street Fighter 6, and I played with Blanca. It was a match.
We know, Phil. We know. You went into the Masters rank and you got annihilated. Okay, what of it?
Blanca
It's Capcom hiding that file from you. You did nothing wrong. Of course not, Mike.
stream. It was only my second Master Blanca stream. Earlier in the week on Monday night, I tried it, and I had 24 wins and 32 losses for a 43% win-loss ratio. Ouch. That's no good.
Well, it's no good. And he always wants to say that, oh, it's those PC players. They had the best advantage. Even though he doesn't have any good advantages. He's just not that good at Street Fighter. Granted, he does know the fundamentals about Street Fighter.
But he doesn't know the ability.
But when it comes to actually competing with people...
He doesn't know the abilities and different types of stuff and characters, yeah.
That's definitely in the realm of a losing streak, and I don't want to keep that going. I want to improve that record, right?
I mean, for God's sake, look at your entirety of your YouTube channel. I mean, that's already on a losing streak.
So, I had observed something pretty interesting since that Monday night stream. It seemed like the vast majority of people who I were facing in Street Fighter 6 at the master level all said cross-platform. That means the vast majority of people at that high ranking in Street Fighter 6 are not playing it on PlayStation 5, which is a bizarre statistic because did you know that over 50% of the people who own Street Fighter 6 own it on PS5?
Yeah, and how many people have gotten to Master, Phil? You didn't put that into consideration. But then again, it does not matter. This whole thing, as someone already mentioned, this is just a nothing burger. It's just for him to say, oh yeah, how many people are Master on PS5? Who cares? If you like the game, just play the fucking game. But Phil wants to make it all about, it's about me, guys. I'm going to tell you how I'm right and you're wrong, while covering up the fact that I'm always wrong.
You make me angry, Phil! It's data. It's like, I think it's like 58%. At least, when that statistic was created, whenever that was.
By a statistic being created, he was talking about his dent head that actually gave him the statistic with no room to go by. He has no room to stand on with it.
But, we're talking around 60% of people who bought the game own it on one platform. Then what?
No, they don't. 60% of people that bought Street Fighter 6 does not own it on one platform. Probably other people play it on other systems too.
Why is it when I'm playing at the highest skill level, almost no one's on that platform? But at that point, it was just to guess. It was off of my, just thinking for what
How, though?
I felt. And I said, when I play this on Wednesday night, I want to...
Again, this is based by what you're feeling and not the actual statistic. There's a difference between going by what you're feeling and going by what's actually there. Going by emotion does not count as evidence. Sure, you may feel bad that this evidence is there. The real statistics that you do not have, that someone gave to you. It's like, hey, Phil, you're absolutely right. Here's some made-up statistics I gave you to make you shut up.
Shut the fuck up! I want to actually track the data.
Phil, you don't even track the data your own goddamn self. Instead, your dentheads do it for you. Or better yet, piece of piece, you could track that data and profit. And I trust their insight a little bit more than yours.
So we did. Wednesday night, I played a grand total of 54 matches. Okay? 54 total matches.
Uh-huh.
I think that equated to, I want to say, 27 sets. Although it wasn't always a full set of 3, because sometimes it was 2-0. Sometimes it was a one and done where I beat them or they beat me and then they rage quit, so it was only one.
It was only one. They rage quit. Or maybe they just quit because you were too easy and they wanted a challenge. It's like, for God's sake, it's like throwing rock at a paper. The paper's going to rip and you're like, oh, I'm not going to keep fucking throwing this rock at paper because it's going to easily lose. But regardless, his delusion of grandeur is pathetic. Just because a ton of people own the game on a platform doesn't mean they all play at master rank. They could all just suck with master players on a different platform. Exactly that. Exactly that. Not a lot of people are in the master rank because they don't play it competitively. Some people actually deserve it, that actually do it, like Justin Wong, who actually does play Street Fighter legitimately. But at the same time, Phil, yeah, exactly. He's being really fucking entitled. Phil's quick math skills are hard for me to keep up. What's up, Steve Hawking? Also, please slap. An entitlement. Thy name is.
Fuck. So out of these 54 matches, arguably like 27 different people who I fought. Okay, we tracked the data.
No, nobody tracked the data, really. Your detractors, like Piece of Peace at Profit, did that for you. But you're going by a statistic that makes you look good, or makes you look like the victim.
First of all, I won more than I lost.
Oh, well then again, anything to inflate your ego, buddy.
And I'm happy for that. I want to have a winning night. I won 30 wins and 24 losses. So 56% win-loss ratio. I mean, that's not bad. It's certainly not great, but I'd rather come up positive than negative. And the fact that I'm playing at Master...
Phil, you're never positive. I'm just going to say this. Even though this has fucking nothing to do with his statistics, he's never positive. He likes to dwell in the negative. And it shows within his gameplay a lot. Even Duty did it. Even Duty keeps up with statistics. It's funny how he keeps saying Justin Wong is better. Yeah, Justin Wong on the YouTube channel goes out of his way to do nothing his audience wants. But at least I'll give Justin Wong a lot of credit, though. At least he actually masters all the characters.
Their level, and I'm getting a positive ratio, is obviously a great thing, correct?
Also, Phil doesn't really give people what they want. He only gives what he thinks people want when they don't.
So here's the data. You ready for this? We counted live.
You didn't count it live. You didn't. Someone else did it for you.
Out of those 27 people I fought, 23 of them were cross-platform. Only 4 players out of 27 were on PS5. I would like you to think about that for a moment.
Again, he's going by the fact that he sees the arrows, he thinks it's PC when it's actually not.
Okay, let's do some math, shall we?
Let's do some math while sucking at math. Valedictorian.
Ready for this? Excuse me.
It says 4 raises, 5 by the way.
Because to me, I'm sorry, that just absolutely blows my mind when you think about that. Alright?
It doesn't blow anyone's mind, really. It just blows your own fucking mind, because nothing really impresses you in life except for really dumbass shit like this.
Of 27 players, only 4 were on PS5. That is 14%? No. Yes, 14%. Okay, maybe round up. 15%. How does it make sense?
Valid dictator, that's what he's acting right now. But 14%. Who cares? That only 50... Phil, whenever I play fucking Street Fighter 6, I don't give a fuck who I'm playing up against. If they're playing on fucking PS5 or fucking the Xbox or PC. I just play the game, either get my ass kicked or I advance up. It doesn't really matter. I'm actually playing the game at my own enjoyment. But then again, you don't know a jack shit about enjoyment. You don't even know what that word means.
15% of the people I played were on
Also, he thinks he knows what the word meaningful is.
PS5, when it's 60% of people who own the game are on PS5. That doesn't seem statistically jive. It's as if there's a correlation here. As if, like, people who are ranking high in the game are not...
Well, yeah, what would solve Phil's issues with the skill gap between himself and everyone else? Practice and actually get better. But that would mean he would have to put in the work himself, so it'll never happen. No, it will not fucking happen. And if that did fucking happen, with him actually getting better at the game, he would still find a way to lose. I'm amazed he countered 27 matches without taking off his shoes. Oof. Also, what's up, Tommy?
Playing it on PS5. It's interesting, isn't it? Now, FYI, someone, as I was playing live, looked at every single time that it said cross-platform,
Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, talk about Bloodborne. What happened with a younger Dev? Let's just say that game is never coming out, Reem. That game's never gonna fucking come out. Because that guy got in trouble for shit that you shouldn't be fucking doing, but he did it anyway. He pulled an Onision. I'll say that.
The police is because a few months earlier, the police found the body of a man named Robert Huggins in a field. After weeks of investigation, the police would find out that Robert was an ex-member of the same club that Mark was president of. He had been banned from the club for stealing
What
money
the?
from them to pay for his heroin addiction. Robert did not like being kicked out of the club, so he decided to...
I'm sorry, that just absolutely blows my mind when you think about that. Alright?
It doesn't blow anyone's mind, really. It just blows your own fucking mind, because nothing really impresses you in life except for really dumbass shit like this.
The 27 players, only 4 were on PS5.